home of the judgment-free zone. And by Substation 2, Cherry Road, Rock Hill, across from Winthrop University. Slice, 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 garden, garden, garden. We'll take a look at today's game, bring you the starting lineups, and hear from Kingsmen Baseball head coach Joe Hudak on the Kingsmen Baseball pregame show. Now, here is the radio voice of Kingsmen Baseball, Stephen Stone.
And thank you very much, Jay Taylor, and welcome everyone into another edition of Kingsmen Baseball. Sadly, our final two games in the Carolinas. I'm joined by my friend and sidekick and cohort and highly esteemed colleague. I think that's everything that you wrote.
Yeah, we can just go see all the above.
All the above. Griffin Leonard is with us, and of course, Griff, tough week last week for the Kingsmen. They had one game that was rain shortened, but we're on the short end of that score.
Of course, yes. The Kingsmen, of course, had come off of a run of games where they were playing back-to-back nights. They had a break, and maybe they were able to enjoy that break just a little bit too much. They came out hot, but kind of just faltered off toward the middle of that game. It ended up getting shortened by rain, so they didn't have a chance for the comeback. Ended up losing to the same Catawba Valley Stars that they're going to see for two games tonight, only the first time that they lost to Catawba Valley this season, and they're hoping for some revenge here at York Comprehensive.
Well, the Kingsmen have had Catawba Valley's number all right throughout the season. Coaches are meeting at home plate right now, so we'll take a quick break. We'll come back with some more analysis, get you ready for game one of two. We've got them both for you here tonight from York Comprehensive High School. It's your Kingsmen taking on the Catawba Valley Stars on the Kingsmen Baseball Network.
Attention fans, Planet Fitness is proud to team up with Kingsmen Baseball where strength meets sportsmanship. Whether you're hitting home runs or hitting the gym, Planet Fitness has everything you need to stay game day ready. With tons of equipment and memberships starting at just $15 a month, it's the perfect place to stay strong, stay motivated, and stay in the game. Planet Fitness, because we're all strong on this planet. Proud sponsors of Kingsmen Baseball.
Welcome to Substation 2. Why did you slap me?
For being fresh.
I wasn't being fresh.
No, your sandwich is so fresh.
Well, we do slice everything fresh to order.
Now what can I have for dessert?
Oh, now look who's being fresh. Ow, okay, I deserve that one. This is Charlie Ruffalo. Everything we do is fresh, fresh, fresh. Our bread is fresh out of the oven. Our meats and cheeses are cut fresh right in front of your eyes. We garden each sandwich just the way you tell us across the counter. That's why we're the best. Substation 2, Cherry Road, across from Winthrop.
And we're back with breaking news. The new Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. With an improved taste and 0 calories, make sure... Jim.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me.
We're on the air.
I need to try it first.
With zero sugar and now even more delicious is the new Coca-Cola Zero Sugar, the best Coke ever. Find out for yourself. Distributed by Rockville Coca-Cola Bottling Company.
Welcome back to York Comprehensive High School as we get ready for our doubleheader, the final appearance in the Carolinas this season of the 2025 Kingsmen. And, of course, Griffin, you'll be heading on in the Big Silver Bird in a couple days with the team to the Dominican Republic. You ever been there?
I have not. Yeah, we're heading out first time Wednesday morning. Looking forward to it. It'll be my first time down there. A lot of guys that aren't returners from last season will be down there for the first time. Just looking forward to getting to experience what should be a thrilling 11 days. I mean, anytime you get to go out of the country is special, but to get to do some mission work and to get to play some quality baseball down there, it's going to be a heck of a time.
Well, and provided you can find electricity down there, you'll be able to call the games and we'll be able to listen to you back home here, and I'll certainly be looking forward to your broadcast and your postings on kingsmenbaseball.org. Of course, the players will be putting their blogs up again this season, as they did every season, and I expect we'll be seeing your blog.
I look forward to writing one. I have a feeling that I'll be posting everyone else's,
yeah.
So I'll be busy regardless. But,
well, now you remember I told you at the beginning of the season, too much now, it's going to be a dangerous thing. That's why you wind up doing everything.
Yeah, but no, if I have enough time in between posting all the rest, then maybe I'll have to write one of my own.
Well, that'll be good. We'll look forward to all of the above, and of course, continued success to you. It's been a absolute pleasure to work with you this season. I've enjoyed it, and I hope we can get together and do it again.
Yeah, I certainly hope so as well.
All right, we'll step aside. We'll come back with our starting lineups. The first pitch is on the way. The Kingsmen and the Catawba Valley Stars, our first two tonight from your comprehensive high school on the Kingsmen Baseball Network.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A. A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
To me, the A in Chick-fil-A is a smile. I want to give the guests a little encouragement, maybe just a little joke that makes them laugh when they come through the drive-thru.
Visit Chick-fil-A on Cherry Road in Rock Hill today. Proud supporter of Kingsmen Baseball.
This is Scott Davis with Northside Baptist Church, and I'd like to share why we're honored to support Kingsmen Baseball, especially in light of a culture that produces young men capable of unthinkable violence and incredible apathy. It's so encouraging to help an organization that teaches young men character through the great game of baseball. Add to that our shared convictions that the surest way to success and significance is through a living relationship with Jesus Christ, and you've got a winning combination on the baseball diamond, in the boardroom, or wherever God calls these young men.
At Olive Garden, our cheese will make you melt and leave you bubbling with joy. It's what makes our amazing Alfredos, well, amazing. It's the gift in every ravioli and the layer of lasagna you can't live without. Best part is, the cheese keeps coming till you say when. Just like our never-ending first course, that's always on us. Olive Garden, we're all family here.
Well, our national anthem is in the books, and of course, let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups for the visiting Catawba Valley Stars and your Kingsmen. The Stars will start things off with their second baseman, Bernard Creaky. He's followed by the DH tonight, Keelan Sloan. Sam York will bat third and play third base. Emery Guilford is in right field, hitting cleanup. Ty McGurk is behind him at shortstop. Seth Newkirk is the first baseman in the number 6 spot. Number 7 man is Joshua McCormick, the center fielder. Number 8 is Jordan Tate, the left fielder, and Gavin Owens, the catcher, rounds out the Catawba Stars lineup tonight. Creaky, Sloan, York, Guilford, McGurk, Newkirk, McCormick, Tate, and Owens for the Catawba Valley Stars. For the Kingsmen tonight, they, of course, will be facing Pearson Menduick, who we have seen on a couple of different occasions this year. He'll be the starter for Catawba Valley. Josh Jackson is in center field. He'll lead things off for the Kingsmen, followed by Jack Davis, the DH. Barry Dyer is at third, batting third. Vince Stefano is in right field, hitting cleanup. Cole Canty, the left fielder, will bat fifth. Mason Salisbury will catch tonight and hit sixth, followed by the second baseman, Evan Haverluck. Cannon Jackson is the extra hitter. The number 9 man, Davis Anders, at first base. And Brady Yarborough rounds out the order in the number 10 slot at shortstop. Jackson, Davis, Dyer, Santa Stefano, Canty, Salisbury, Haverluck, Jackson, Anders, and Yarborough for your Kingsmen. Starting pitcher tonight is, help me here, David Zolkowski. Okay, David Zolkowski gets to start tonight, the right-hander for the Kingsmen. This is my first look at David, to my knowledge. And I understand, I overheard you saying earlier, we have a blast from the past, perhaps, during one of these two games. And former Kingsman from last year come back for one night only?
We do. I'm actively trying to figure out what his last name is because I was not around last summer. But he was at the team's Bible study prior to the game. I believe it was Noah Borwigi. Am I pronouncing that correctly? Borwigi?
I better put on my glasses here so I can see what you're looking at. Borwedge. Noah Borwedge. I remember him.
Yeah, lefty. He's back tonight. My understanding is he's in for some sort of work, but flew in and is catching today's doubleheader, so hopefully we'll see him at some point.
All right, first pitch coming at 5:03 is inside for a ball. We got 5 comfortable degrees here in York under sunny skies. Quickie with a 1-0 count. David looks in, and that pops him on the top of the shoulder or lower part of the helmet, but either way, he's fine and headed to first base, and we have our first runner of the night. So that'll bring on Keelan Sloan, the DH.
Designated hitter, number 20, Keelan Sloan.
We, of course, welcome those of you who are bearing with us on Meridex. It's cutting in and out on us because of internet, but also we have the YouTube video broadcast where you can hear us and see, not us, but the action on the field. So a couple of options for you. That's slap foul, first base side out of play, 0-1 the count.
That's probably what they want to see anyway.
They don't want to see me. I assure you. This is the face for radio. There's a reason. David looks in, 0-1 offering coming up. Runner on first, short lead being held there. Breaking ball is high, 1-1 the count. Kingsman infield is Anders at first, Haverluck at second, Yarbrough at short, and Dyers at third. 1-1 offering on the way to Sloan. Throw to first, and that gets past, takes a skip past the first baseman. And that'll be at least one, rounding second, and there'll be no play at third, so two-base advance on the throwing error by the pitcher, which is not the way that Coach Hudak wanted to start this one. So that immediately puts a runner at third. And the 1-1 offering to Keelan Sloan. High and tight, 2-1. Two-one offering on the way. Runner at third, nobody out. Top of the first, just underway. And misses inside, 3-1 the count. Salisbury with a nice job stopping that one. The outfield from left to right is Canty, Jackson, and Santo Stefano in right. Mason Salisbury is your catcher. Here's the 3-1 offering. Fouled back to the screen, full count. Sayakowski with the 3-2 payoff. Ground ball as foul at third base. We'll do it again. Well, slow roller, pitcher's up with it, bare hands it, throw to first, then throws it away again, and the run will come in. And the runner will move down to second, and things are not going well for the Kingsmen to start off here with back-to-back errors in the top of the first. Both to the pitcher. Well, Creaky comes in to make it a 1-0 game. And that'll bring up Sam York, the third baseman, with a man on second and nobody out. 1-0 our score. Catawba Valley Stars in front. It's inside for a ball. 1-0 the count.
When the wounds are self-inflicted, Steven, it makes it really difficult for a pitcher to work. I mean, the Stars have already scored without really doing much, right? A hit by pitch and then 2 errors. They've only put 1 ball in play, and it was very softly hit.
Well, we'll start to see early activity in the Kingsman bullpen. Breaking ball misses inside. 2-0 the count. Fouled into the screen. 2-1 the count. Emery Guilford, the right fielder and cleanup man, on deck. Runner at second with nobody out. 1-0 our score. Catawba Valley in front. Top of the first. Two-one offering coming up. It's upstairs, ball 3. Sam York, a right-handed hitter. With a hitter's count, 3-1. Popped him up. Shortstop will make the play for the first out of the inning. That'll bring on Emery Guilford.
The right fielder, number 5, Emery Guilford.
Well, something went our way.
It's bound to eventually.
Guilford, left-hand hitter, stepping in. Siakowski looking to minimize the damage here in the top of the first. It's high and away for a ball. Sets at the belt. Gives the runner at second a look. There's a strike on the outside part of the plate. 1-1 the count. Field umpire down the first base line. Throw back to second base. Sloan returns safely. I don't know that I'd want to try that too many times. Here's the pitch. Check the swing. Takes ball 2. 2-1 the count.
Well, I'm glad that the throw stayed up for 1, but when you look to the dugout like that and clearly receive some sort of instruction, I think the runners on base their ears perk up to something going on.
2-1 offering on the way. It's outside, ball 3. 3-1 the count.
Kind of ruins the whole element of surprise type thing, doesn't it?
It does. Because the runner's watching the dugout too. It's outside, ball 4. Runners at first and second. 1 out on the inning. And that brings us to Ty McGuirk, the shortstop. And that also brings us to Joe Hudak, making his first appearance of the night. In fact, he waves off the catcher Salisbury. This is going to be a mano-a-mano session on the mound. There is activity in the Kingsmen bullpen. They're not throwing hard down there yet, but they are loosening up. What does the coach say to a pitcher in a spot like this? You're on the top of the first, you're just underway, the game's not even 15 minutes old yet.
Yeah, well, based on the body language, it seems to be on the stern side. I think, at least as a former pitcher, I wouldn't want to be in that situation right now. At least have my catcher there for moral support if the coach is laying into me a little bit. But perhaps just a pep talk to say, hey, you're better than this. You know that. I know that.
Show them
Let's see if we can turn a corner here.
Yeah.
Because he has thrown some good pitches. He's just lost that release point for the majority of his throws, both on the mound and then a couple of times here to first, as we've seen.
Well, here is Ty McGuirk. Runners at first and second, one out. Infield is a double play depth. David deals inside for a ball, the fastball. Runners are not being held. Zykowski steps at the bell from the stretch. A little high and inside. It's a tight strike zone tonight, I see. 2-0 the count. That one misses. 3-0. Seth Newkirk waiting on deck, the first baseman. It's upstairs, 4-pitch walk. That'll load him up. And that'll bring on Seth Newkirk, the first baseman, and that'll bring on Joe Hudak, and that's going to be it for Mr. Zykowski, as we will make the move to the bullpen. We'll come back, close the book on David, talk about our new pitcher after this on the Kingsmen Baseball Network.
Attention fans, Planet Fitness is proud to team up with Kingsmen Baseball, where strength meets sportsmanship. Whether you're hitting home runs or hitting the gym, Planet Fitness has everything you need to stay game day ready. With tons of equipment and memberships starting at just $15 a month, it's the perfect place to stay strong, stay motivated, and stay in the game. Planet Fitness, because we're all strong on this planet. Proud sponsors of Kingsmen Baseball.
And we're back with breaking news. The new Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. With an improved taste and 0 calories, make sure... Jim.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me.
We're on the air.
I need to try it first.
With zero sugar and now even more delicious, is the new Coca-Cola Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Find out for yourself. Distributed by Rockville Coca-Cola Bottling Company.
Let's kick back for the moment. Toss all your worries in the air, 'cause you forget them when you're there. Let's go out back tonight.
Let go of the day. Go out back tonight. For the steak is thick and juicy. The shrimp is grilled and sweet. The chicken, tender. Your only worry is which to choose.
Let's go out back tonight.
Tonight, let go.
Life will still be there tomorrow.
Go out back.
Well, David Zykowski goes a third of an inning and gives up a run, but is responsible for the 3 runners aboard right now. He makes way for Will O'Shields, Griff.
Yeah, Will O'Shields had some exciting news yesterday. He posted it to his social media channels. He has committed to Spartanburg Methodist College as of yesterday.
All right.
He played his last couple of seasons at Gardner-Webb on kind of their JV team, you could call it. Wanted to see some more innings on the mound, so he's down into the NAIA level now at Spartanburg Methodist, closer to home, and he said he's really excited. I was talking to him about it today, and he's excited for the opportunity to not live at home. He said he's going to live on campus.
That's right.
He's got to get the college experience, but he's excited to be near family and see some more time on the mound, and it'll be good for the lefty.
That'll be an opportunity for the family to come out to see him work.
Absolutely.
Which is always a good excuse for Dad to go to the ballpark. Like he really needs one, but, you know. Well, here's Seth Newkirk, the first baseman, with the bases juiced, and Will being called upon to put out a fire here in the top of the first. 1-0 our score. The Catawba Valley Stars in front. So Newkirk steps in, right-hand side of the dish to face the lefty O'Shields. Will kicks and deals. Inside, misses for a ball.
The first baseman, number 16, Seth Newkirk.
So everywhere you look, a Catawba Valley Star on the base paths. O'Shields just looking to get a ground ball. That's outside, 2-0. And there's a Texas leaguer to left. That'll play one run. Here comes a second. Throw comes in at the plate. Is not in time. 2 RBI single for Seth Newkirk makes it a 3-0 ball game.
That's a tough one to give up for O'Shields. Of course, you go behind 2-0. Maybe you got to live a little off the edges toward the heart of the plate to try to get yourself back into the count. He leaves it a little too close to the belt, and the batter does not miss to make it 3-0.
Well, here's McCormick, left-hand hitter with runners at first and second. Still one out, 3-0 our score. That misses inside for a ball.
The center fielder, number 18.
Well, if they're looking to paint corners tonight, they're going to have a tough time with this umpire. Not knocking him, he's just, some guys have a tight strike zone, and here's one of them. 1-0 offering is upstairs for ball 2. 2-0 the count. Kingsman bullpen is quiet for the moment. That gets the outside corner. 2-1 the count. Is it easier for an umpire to call a strike on the corner when it's outside corner as opposed to inside?
Personally, when I was an umpire, I always found the inside corner easier.
Okay. Fly ball right field. That's going to be trouble if it stays fair, and it will. It'll go to the wall for extra bases. 1 run is in, and that's all he'll get, an RBI double. But batting practice continues for the Catawba Valley Stars as they send the 8th man of the inning up, Jordan Tate. So McGuirk comes in. Newkirk goes over to third.
The left fielder, number 10, Jordan Tate.
4-0 our score. For Jordan Tate, who will step in. Tate, the left fielder. The number 9 man in the on-deck circle with Gavin Owens. The pitch. Misses low. Ball 1.
Well, I'm talking about inside versus outside corner. The reason it's easier to call inside pitches is the umpire, he's not set up right behind the catcher. He's set up in kind of that slot area in between the catcher and the hitter.
Fly ball at the center field. Should play another and will because it's hit through the deep part of the field. Throw into third base, and everybody is safe except for the man with the fly ball to center, Jordan Tate. But that makes it a 5-0 ball game on the sac fly RBI. Moves the runner down to third, and here is Gavin Owens, the 9th batter of the inning.
Gavin Owens.
So Newkirk comes in, McCormick down to third. Owens, right-hand hitter, steps in with a runner at third and 2 outs in the inning. 5-0 our score. Kingsmen have their work cut out for them. That's outside, wild pitch. That'll score a run, and it's 6-0.
No, I'm not making a decision today. I'm going to go up there Sunday.
One 0 offering called strike at the knees, inside part of the plate. Okay. 1-1 offering on the way, base is empty. It's fouled back to the screen, 1-2 the count. O'Shields with a fresh baseball, looks in. 1-2 offering coming up. Swing and a miss, he got him, and that'll do it here for the Stars in the top half of the first. But what a top half. 6 runs on 2 hits, 2 errors, nobody left. They go to the bottom of the first. Kingsmen with their work cut out for them. They trail 6-0. Coming to bat on the Kingsmen Baseball Network.
This is Scott Davis with Northside Baptist Church, and I'd like to share why we're honored to support Kingsmen Baseball, especially in light of a culture that produces young men capable of unthinkable violence and incredible apathy. It's so encouraging to help an organization that teaches young men character through the great game of baseball. Add to that our shared convictions that the surest way to success and significance is through a living relationship with Jesus Christ, and you've got a winning combination on the baseball diamond, in the boardroom, or wherever God calls these young men.
Welcome to Substation 2. Why did you slap me?
For being fresh.
I wasn't being fresh.
No, your sandwich is so fresh.
Well, we do slice everything fresh to order.
Now, what can I have for dessert?
Oh, now look who's being fresh. Oh, okay, I deserve that one. This is Charlie Ruffalo. Everything we do is fresh, fresh, fresh. Our bread is fresh out of the oven. Our meats and cheeses are cut fresh right in front of your eyes. We garden each sandwich just the way you tell us across the counter. That's why we're the best. Substation 2, Cherry Road, across from Winthrop.
To the home half of the first inning we go. Kingsmen on the short end of a 6-0 score. We'll try to get some of that back with Josh Jackson, Jack Davis, and Perry Dyer to start things off against Pearson Mendowick, who begins his night with a nice 6-run cushion, which has been very rare for him against the Kingsmen this season. Mendowick, a right-hand pitcher. Defensively for him, around the horn, he'll have Newkirk at first, Creaky at second, McGuirk at short, and Sam York, the third baseman, the outfield from left to right. Jordan Tate, Joshua McCormick, and Emery Guilford. Behind the plate is Gavin Owens.
This will be the fourth time that Mendowick's pitching against the Kingsmen, most recently on the 24th of June, where he gave up 2 runs in 5 innings. So he's had a couple of pretty good outings against us, but overall an ERA up over 6, so maybe that cushion isn't too bad for him.
Josh Jackson.
Well, 2 teams are more than a passing familiarity with each other. So Josh will step in. Game 1 center fielder for the Kingsmen. Mendowick kicks and deals. Outside corner, called strike. This is low and away, 1-1 the count. And of course, the 6-0 deficit for the Kingsmen is not insurmountable, as we have seen this year. That's inside, 2-1 the count. No, that hit him. Even better.
Yeah, you mentioned certainly not insurmountable for the Kingsmen or in this season series. I mean, just the last time these two teams played, the Kingsmen had a 6-0 lead through 2 innings. Catawba Valley was able to pioneer the comeback. And the Kingsmen' big advantage was a lot due to this guy who hit one out of the yard.
Well, here is Jack Davis, or Scotty Davis, or whatever he's going by tonight. He's the Game 1 DH, and he looks at a strike outside. I just figured I'd cover all the bases.
Yeah, better safe than sorry.
Runner being held at first by Newkirk. 0-1 offering coming up. That's high and away for a ball. Perry Dyer waiting on deck. It's outside, 2-1. Ball 3-1. Nobody out, bottom of the first. Kingsman trail 6-0. Looking to get some of that back with a runner at first right now. Leadoff man Josh Jackson aboard, hit by the pitch. 3-1 offering coming up. There goes the runner, swing and a miss. Throw down to second is way off the mark. It'll be a stolen base.
I think they're going to call Davis out here on interference. He stepped over home plate, and yes, that's exactly what's going to happen. They're going to send Jackson back to first on top of that.
Wow.
It's the right call.
Yeah, it is.
And sometimes as a hitter, you take a big, big hack at it, and it's not intentional. You're just trying to find your balance, but when the pitch is inside and the catcher has to move toward you to make that throw to second, it just makes it kind of unavoidable.
So runner back at first with one out for Perry Dyer. Perry hits a scorcher, foul, third base side.
But just because Jackson didn't get the credit for the stolen base the first time doesn't mean he won't go again. I'd be surprised if he didn't take off again here in the next 2 or 3 pitches.
Vanderwick giving him a look. Sets at the belt from the stretch. 0-1 offering on the way. Misses low and away. 1-1 the count.
Based on the body language from Coach Hudak down the third base line, I think there might have been a hit and run on that first pitch to Dyer, and Jackson missed the sign at first.
1-1 offering coming up. Low, ball 2. Slow roller to third, throw down to second for one, on the first, not in time. Yep, they got him. Boy, I don't know about that. I guess it could have gone either way, and it did not go our way. But a 5-4-3, beautifully turned double play. You got to give credit where it's due for the Catawba Valley Stars. So Kingsmen failed to produce here in the home half of the second. And nobody left, and we go to the top of the second, trailing 6-0 on the Kingsmen Baseball Network.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A. A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
To me, the A in Chick-fil-A is a smile. I want to give the guests a little encouragement, maybe just a little joke that makes them laugh when they come through the drive-thru.
Visit Chick-fil-A on Cherry Road in Rock Hill today. Proud supporter of Kingsmen Baseball.
This is Scott Davis with Northside Baptist Church, and I'd like to share why we're honored to support Kingsmen Baseball, especially in light of a culture that produces young men capable of unthinkable violence and incredible apathy. It's so encouraging to help an organization that teaches young men character through the great game of baseball. Add to that our shared convictions that the surest way to success and significance is through a living relationship with Jesus Christ, and you've got a winning combination on the baseball diamond, in the boardroom, or wherever God calls these young men.
Well, we go to the top of the second inning at the top of the order for the Catawba Valley Stars as they enjoy a 6-0 lead over our Kingsmen. It'll be the top of the order. Bernard Creaky, Keelan Sloan, and Sam York to face Will O'Shields entering his second inning of relief work.
Off for the Stars in the top of the second, top of the order, second baseman, number 6, Bernard Creaky.
David Zanakowski went a third of an inning tonight, gave up 4 runs, 2 of which were earned, walked 2. Creaky will step in. He was hit by a pitch his first time up. Now lays down a beauty of a bunt. Off the mound is O'Shields. Throw to first. It is in time. Bang, bang play there to start things off here in the top of the second inning. That'll bring on Keelan Sloan, who reached on the error, the throwing error to Zanakowski. And also would score back in the first. Pitch gets the outside corner. 0-1. Offering. Nice pitch on the outside corner again for a called strike. 0-2 the count. Sam York, third baseman, waiting on deck. That misses outside. He went to the well. 1-2 offering coming up. Ground ball. That gets past everybody. Past the third baseman and off the glove of the shortstop in the left field. How you score that, boys? What's he giving him?
A hit.
He's giving him the hit. So one out base runner for the Stars.
Number 1, Sam York.
Here's Sam York, who popped up to the shortstop his first time up, back in the first. Pretty good lead at first by Sloan. He's being held there by Anders. Lefty O'Shields looks over, comes to the plate. Ground ball, third baseman is up with it. Throw to second for one. On the first, 5-4-3 double play to end the top of the second. Little tit for tat, if you will, as the Kingsmen turn a nice little double play of their own to get out of the inning. No runs, a hit, no errors. We go to the bottom of the second. Kingsmen need to manufacture some runs. I believe they will on the Kingsmen Baseball Network.
At Olive Garden, our cheese will make you melt and leave you bubbling with joy. It's what makes our amazing Alfredos, well, amazing. It's the gift in every ravioli and the layer of lasagna you can't live without. Best part is, the cheese keeps coming till you say when. Just like our never-ending first course that's always on us. Olive Garden, we're all family here.
Attention fans, Planet Fitness is proud to team up with Kingsmen Baseball where strength meets sportsmanship. Whether you're hitting home runs or hitting the gym, Planet Fitness has everything you need to stay game day ready. With tons of equipment and memberships starting at just $15 a month, it's the perfect place to stay strong, stay motivated, and stay in the game. Planet Fitness, because we're all strong on this planet. Proud sponsors of Kingsmen Baseball.
Bottom of the second inning we go. Kingsmen down 6-0 here on the Kingsmen Baseball Network. Our first of two games for you tonight from York Comprehensive High School. Vince Sanastefano will step in, the right fielder for the Kingsmen, number 4 hitter, followed by Cole Canty, the left fielder, and Mason Salisbury, the catcher. 4, 5, and 6 this inning to face Pearson Menduick. So big 6-run first inning for the Catawba Valley Stars, and that's where we are as we head to the bottom of the second.
The right fielder, number 23, Vince Sanastefano.
Vince, right-hand hitter, will step in. Menduick looks in. Set to the belt. He'll work from the stretch. Misses outside, low and away, ball 1. Called strike, outside corner, 1-1 the count. It's outside, 2-1. Menduick sets the belt, 2-1 offering on the way. Comes back, gets the outside corner to even a count at 2-2. Almost chased a high outside pitch. Full count. Checked the swing, and it didn't matter. Called strike on the outside corner. First strikeout of the night for Mendewick, and that'll bring up Cole Canty.
The left fielder, number 22, Cole Canty.
Cole step in with nobody on and one out. Bottom of the second inning. Outside corner, called strike. 0-1 the count. Tied away for a ball, 1-1 the count. This is outside, low and away, 2-1. Two-one offering on the way. Called strike. 2-2 the count. Full count. Cole looking down at Joe Hudak at third. 3-2 payoff on the way. Nobody on, one out. Bottom of the second. It's ball four. So one out base runner for the Kingsmen, and here comes Mason Salisbury, the catcher.
The catcher, number 28, Mason Salisbury.
So Mason steps in with a runner on first, one out, bottom of the second. Kingsman trail 6-0. And it's going to be ball one, and the runner will move down to second. Nice job by the catcher to keep it in front of him, but he kept it a little too far in front of him. Tie it away, ball two. First base open. 2-0 offering on the way. Outside corner, called strike, 2-1. Throw back to second, not in time. Two-one offering. Outside, ball three. Evan Haverluck waiting on deck. Ball four. That'll put runners at first and second. So the Kingsmen try to get a little something cooking here in the bottom of the second of their own. Down 6-0. Here's Evan. And here comes the coach out of the Catawba Valley dugout. Looks like he's armed with a bottle of water. Well, here's the home plate umpire. So in steps Evan Haverluck with runners at first and second, one out. Kingsman with an opportunity, try to get a little something cooking here in the bottom of the second. Mendewick looks in, kicks and deals. Swing and a miss, strike one. Runners are not being held. Infield is back. There's a run down the right field line and fair. That'll be extra bases. One run is in and Joe will put the stop sign on at third. We'll get it back a little at a time. RBI double. Canny comes in. Salisbury to third. Here's Cannon Jackson, the extra hitter tonight.
The extra hitter, number 50, Cannon Jackson.
So Cannon steps in, bottom of the second. Kingsmen finally on the board, 6-1 our score. They trail, called strike. Runners at second and third, one out. We're in the bottom of the second. 6-run top of the first for Catawba Valley, and that's where we are. 0-1 offering. Outside corner, called strike. 0-2 the count with Davis Anders waiting on deck. Kingsman bullpen is quiet. Will Shields, who came in relief with one out in the first. O2 offering coming up. Lazy fly ball out to left field and coming in. Catch is made and the throw is excellent. Cut off by the pitcher. 2 outs on the inning. And here's Davis Anders. As Salisbury will stay put, Haverluck will stay at second.
Number 27, Davis Anders.
Jordan Tate wasting no time getting that ball back in from left field. The runners at second and third. Kingsman with 1 run already this inning. Like to add to that. They're down 6-1. That one misses, low and away. Ball 1. Brady Yarborough on deck. Swing and a miss. 1-1 the count. Slow roller up the middle. Shortstop is up with it. He'll throw to first, and that'll do it for the Kingsmen in the home half of the second inning. But a run on a hit. 2 men left. We go to the top of the third. Kingsmen trail by a score of 6-1 on the Kingsmen Baseball Network.
Kingsmen.
Let's kick back for the moment. Toss all your worries in the air, cause you forget them when you're there. Let's go out back tonight.
Let go of the day. Go out back tonight. For the steak is thick and juicy. The shrimp is grilled and sweet. The chicken, tender. Your only worry is which to choose.
Let's go out back tonight.
Tonight, let go.
Life will still be there tomorrow.
Go out back.
There's always time in the morning, always time at night. Always time for simple pleasure, sunshine and moonlight. Always time for refreshment when you're on the run. And when it's time for fun, there's always Coca-Cola. Yeah. Coca-Cola. Always Coca-Cola.
Distributed by Rock Hill Coca-Cola. Willow Shields trying to keep the Kingsmen in this as we go to the top of the third. Be the heart of the order, Emery Guilford, Ty McGuirk, and Seth Newkirk, the 4, 5, and 6 hitters for the Catawba Valley Stars.
Leading off for the Stars in the top of the third, the right fielder, number 5, Emery Guilford.
So Emery Guilford will step in, left-hand hitter. Fly ball, left field, coming over, tracking it, and just short of the foul line, makes the put out for the first out of the inning. So that'll bring up Ty McGuirk. Ty walked and scored his first time up. Ground ball to third, up with it is Dyer, over to first. 2 up, 2 quick outs here in the top of the third.
The first baseman, number 16, Seth Newkirk.
So nobody on, 2 out. Here's Seth Newkirk, who singled and scored, drove in a pair of runs back in that 6-run first for the Stars. O'Shields breezing along now, delivers low for a ball. That's popped up. Left fielder should make the play and will, and a 3-up, 3-down inning for the Catawba Valley Stars, and that is welcome news right there. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We go to the home half of the third. Kingsmen trail by a score of 6-1 on the Kingsmen Baseball Network.
Welcome to Substation 2. Why did you slap me?
For being fresh.
I wasn't being fresh.
No, your sandwich is so fresh.
Well, we do slice everything fresh to order.
Now, what can I have for dessert?
Oh, now look who's being fresh. Oh, okay, I deserve that one. This is Charlie Ruffalo. Everything we do is fresh, fresh, fresh. Our bread is fresh out of the oven. Our meats and cheeses are cut fresh right in front of your eyes. We garden each sandwich just the way you tell us across the counter. That's why we're the best. Substation 2, Cherry Road, across from Winthrop.
This is Scott Davis with Northside Baptist Church, and I'd like to share why we're honored to support Kingsmen Baseball, especially in light of a culture that produces young men capable of unthinkable violence and incredible apathy. It's so encouraging to help an organization that teaches young men character through the great game of baseball. Add to that our shared convictions that the surest way to success and significance is through a living relationship with Jesus Christ, and you've got a winning combination on the baseball diamond, in the boardroom, or wherever God calls these young men.
Well, to the home half of the third inning we go. It'll be Brady Yarborough, the number 10 man. Then the top of the order with Josh Jackson and Jack Davis. Kingsman down 6-1. As Pearson Mendewick, 36 pitches in his night. He's walked 2, struck out 1, but has only been touched for 1 run on 1 hit. Kingsmen have left a pair of runners on base here as we go to the home half of the third. Well, moving right along. Our first of 2 games for you tonight. Stephen Stone along with Griffin Leonard. Alan Cahaley taking care of everything else. Your pictures that you're seeing on YouTube.com. Public address announcing the guy's a total entertainment
Leading
package.
off for the Kingsmen at the bottom of the third, the shortstop, number 1, Brady Yarborough.
See what I told you?
He's all over the place.
He is. I tell you, he's a man who wears many hats. And nobody does it better. Here's Brady. As Mendewick deals high and away for ball 1. High hopper. That'll get into left field. Seeing eye single to start things off here in the home half of the third.
I don't know about you, Steven, but this just has the rumblings of a big inning for the Kingsmen. You get some bottom of the order production from your 10 slot, and then the top half of the order, all of whom had, maybe they didn't produce their first times around, but they all had good approaches, good at-bats. It looks like there's the potential for the Kingsmen to grab a few back here. Obviously a long ways to go to come back entirely.
But we've seen it done. Here's Josh Jackson, who will drop that one foul, just barely down the third base line. Josh was hit by the pitch back in the first on a 1-1 count. Runner at first, nobody out. We're in the bottom of the third. Kingsman trails 6-1. Ground ball, and that's right past the shortstop. Tried to overlay it, and that didn't work. That's going to be E6.
Yeah, that's one that the shortstop in Ty McGurk needs to grab. It's on his backhand side, but it's a candy hop up to his glove right at his belt, and he just kind of stabs at it and doesn't get the right approach on that ground ball. Suddenly a chance for turning 2 and nipping this inning in the bud, so to speak, turns into an error, and now there's 2 on and nobody out.
Well, here's Jack Davis, who was called out on the interference call back in the first. Runners are first and second, nobody out. He'll foul that one into the screen for strike 1. But yeah, you start to head for the heart of the order next. 2 on, nobody out. Runners are not being held.
And a guy like Davis at the plate now, who's had some good at-bats in the last couple of games, after being called out on a 3-1 pitch for something sort of out of his control. He's going to want some revenge here in a second.
I'll foul that off. 0-2 the count. Gives a long look down to Joe Hudak at third. Now steps back in. O2 offering on the way. High and away for a ball. 1-2 the count. Kingsmen, bottom of the third, trying to put a little something together here with nobody out and runners at first and second. 0-2 offering, or excuse me, 1-2 offering is low. Count even now at 2-2. Ground ball, shortstop is up with it, tossed to second, that's all they'll get. Fielder's choice, put runners on the corners. There didn't appear to be a sense of urgency there, did there?
No, it was. I'd describe it as a sense of caution, right? McGurk just made the error. He gets another bouncer his way, and you could kind of just see him take an extra half second to collect himself, make sure he was in the right position for that ball, and to make sure that he fully brought it in before trying to make the quick turn to second. Cost him an out, but at least they got one this time.
Well, here's Perry Dyer, who hit into the 5-4-3 inning-ending double play back in the first. He's going to stroke that one into left field for a base hit and play to run for the Kingsmen. That'll make it a 6-2 ball game with runners at first and second, and one out in the inning for Vince Sanastefano.
And that's a really good piece of hitting from Perry. You see that first pitch come in a little up top of the belt, and you know if you get your hands going quickly, you can put some wood on it. Just drives it to left field. Doesn't try to crush it, but he uses the velocity of the baseball to get a good rip on it into the outfield, and that's what the Kingsmen have to do if they're going to stage this comeback.
Runners at first and second, one out. The pitch to Vince. Ground ball. Third, that's at the shortstop, and he does a nice job of knocking it down, but that'll be a single. Again, he had the range to his backhand. I was just able to get his body in front of it to stop it. McGurk having quite a night in the field. Here's Cole Canty, who walked and scored back in second. So, everywhere you look, a Kingsman base runner. Cole steps in. Mendewick sets the belt. From the stretch. Ball one. Cole, the tying run at the plate. Mendewick kicks and deals. Tying away, 2-0. Mendewick now at 49 pitches on his night. Popped up foul, out of play, first base side, 2-1 the count. Pearson Mendewick gets a fresh baseball. Mason Salisbury on deck. Bases loaded for the Kingsmen. Swing and a miss, 2-2 the count. One out, we're in the home half of the third. Kingsmen trail 6-2. Pitch. Third baseman is up with it. He'll throw to the plate for the force. That's all they'll get. So an alert play by Sam York at third. As Davis is out, 5-2.
The catcher, number 20.
Dyer down to third. Sanastefano down to second. And here's Mason Salisbury, who walked his first time up. Base is still full, but 2 outs now on the inning, and Mendewick taking a little bit of a slight breath. Misses for a ball, 1-0. Mason steps out, looks down to third base to Coach Hudak. Now he'll get back in. Now he'll step out. Now Mendewick will drop the ball. Everybody stays put. Foul back into the screen. 1-1 the count. High chopper, third baseman up with it, throws to second and gets to fourth, and that'll do it for the Kingsmen. But a run on 3 hits, an error, they leave 3. We go to the top of the fourth. Kingsmen trail by a score of 6-2 on the Kingsmen Baseball Network.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A. A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
To me, the A in Chick-fil-A is a smile. I want to give the guests a little encouragement, maybe just a little joke that makes them laugh when they come through the drive-thru.
Visit Chick-fil-A on Cherry Road in Rock Hill today. Proud supporter of Kingsmen Baseball.
At Olive Garden, our cheese will make you melt and leave you bubbling with joy. It's what makes our amazing Alfredos, well, amazing. It's the gift in every ravioli and the layer of lasagna you can't live without. Best part is, the cheese keeps coming till you say when. Just like our never-ending first course, that's always on us. Olive Garden, we're all family here.
Well, to the top of the fourth inning we go. Will O'Shields still on the mound for the Kingsmen. Bottom third of the order, Joshua McCormick, Jordan Tate, and Gavin Owens for the Catawba Valley Stars.
I've liked how O'Shields has really settled in the last couple of innings. He started out rough, a few wild pitches, a couple timely hits for the Stars in what was already a big inning. It turned into a lot more than that, but he's really settled in. The Kingsmen have grabbed a couple of runs in the last 2 innings to at least make it a ball game again, and if Will can keep throwing strikes, there's no reason the Kingsmen can't continue to try to make this comeback happen.
Well, here we go, top of the fourth inning. Josh McCormick steps in. He doubled and drove in a run, scoring a run back in that 6-run first. Ground ball to the first baseman. He'll go unassisted to the bag for 1 out of the inning. That'll bring on Jordan Tate, who had that sac fly for the RBI out to center field.
Jordan Tate.
But you're right, a couple of back-to-back 3-up, 3-down innings for O'Shields.
Well, and it's as simple as that pitch right there. You get a first pitch strike, you can force the hitter to react. Throws another one there. It's about starting in the positive versus in the first. He was struggling to do that.
Yeah. And he inherited a mess when he came in. Outside corner, called strike 2.
Because now you've hit each corner, and you have an 8-hole hitter up who probably doesn't have one of the better averages on the team anyway, and now he's got to really fight to even get something out of this at-bat.
0-2 offering, check swing, ground ball, foul, first base side. We'll do it again. 0-2 the count remains. And Will was only at 27 pitches, now in roughly his 4th inning of work. So he had that 3-up, 3-down second, 3-up, 3-down third. One out already here in the top of the fourth and nobody on. 0-2 offering is high for a ball. One-two offering on the way. Grounded foul, third base side.
Yeah, that is incredible, isn't it? Coming into this hitter, he was at 3 innings pitched, 24 pitches. That is absolutely ridiculous numbers.
Well, he was what the doctor ordered. Misses low, 2-2 the count. Nobody on, one out, top of the fourth. Playing 2 7-inning games tonight. Kingsman's final Carolinas appearance for 2025. We thank you for making us a part of your Monday evening. That misses outside. Full count. Tried to get him to chase. Three-two payoff. Fisted foul, third base side. We'll do it again. Well, Tate hanging tough, I'll give him that. Missed low and away, ball 4. One out base runner for the Stars, and here is Gavin Owens, who struck out swinging to end the first. Kingsman infield will go to double play depth.
Gavin Owens.
It's funny, we were just talking about how efficient Will has been, and then he has a 10 pitch at bat there to Tate, and yet still he's only at 34 pitches through 3 innings.
Yeah. Runner being held at first by Davis Anders. Owens, right-hand hitter, will step in eventually when the umpire returns.
He's scribbling something down right now. We do not have a pinch hitter.
No, we don't.
But some conversation between the Kingsman dugout, or perhaps that is the Catawba Valley Stars first base coach who's talking to the home plate umpire.
It would have to be, because the guy that usually leads the conversations from the Kingsmen is down to the third base line, being a good boy for now. It's fouled into the screen, strike 1. Oh, 0-1 offering coming up from Willow Shields, but first to throw to first. Keep him honest, Will. Ground ball to third, off the chest of the third baseman. Throw to first, and everybody's safe. Tough play there as Perry got 8 up at third. We'll see how they score it. It's an error? All right.
Yeah, well, and it's a tough one for Perry. It kind of skipped up on him at third base. He made a really hard throw down to first base to even have a chance to get Owens down at first, but the catcher was running hard and just beat it out.
Top of the order now with Bernard Creaky, who's been hit by a pitch and grounded out. Runners at first and second, 1 out on the inning. Ground ball, that's got double play written on it. Shortstop, throw to second, and on to first is not in time. How to put runners on the corners. Creaky showing off that speed. Tate goes to third. Owens forced out, 6-4. With 2 outs and men on the corners, here's Keelan Sloan, who has reached on an error to the pitcher and then singled, scored a run. Been a base runner twice tonight. Will looks in, 6-2 our score. Kingsman trying to keep it right where it is. Will sets at the belt from the stretch. Pop valve. Out of play first base side for strike one. A 0-1 offering coming up at first, to throw to first. Well, soft fly ball to right field will play to run. And it's a 7-2 ball game. Tate comes in. Creaky goes down to second. And here is Sam York, who was grounded into an inning-ending double play back in the second. Popped up to the shortstop in the first. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Top of the fourth inning of a 7-2 ball game. Catawba Valley in front. Swing and a miss for a strike. This is outside, 1-1.
With one run coming in already here in the fourth, it's really important for Will to get out of it now. Of course, one run comes in, but if another did, then that would kind of undo all the progress that the Kingsmen have done up to this point to eat into the lead.
Swing and a miss, strike two. I think he heard you. Top of the fourth, Kingsmen trails 7-2 our score. Comebacker up the middle. That'll have eyes and get into center field. And here comes run number 8. So an RBI single to center field. Creaky comes around from second. Sloan goes down to second. Here's the cleanup man, Emery Guilford, who was walked and flown out to left field. Scored a run back in the first. 8-2 our score. Runners at first and second and 2 outs on the inning. Guilford, left-hand hitter, steps in. And that hit him. That'll load him up. Well, entering that danger zone now, here's Ty McGurk, who was walked and grounded out, scored a run.
Number 14, Ty McGurk.
And wild pitch will play to run, and the wheels continue to fall off for the Kingsmen. Ball one. Everybody moves up. Sloan will come in. Excuse me, Owens will come in. No, it's Sloan. Called strike. Nine to 2 our score. And ball 4 outside. Well, this loads him up again, and this time the ninth batter of the inning is Seth Newkirk, who was singled, driven in a pair of runs, scored a run, flown out left field. He's 1 for 2.
Number 16, Seth Newkirk.
Fly ball at the right field, on the move, the right fielder, and he could not make the catch. That'll be an error. 1 run is in, 2 runs are in, 3 runs are in. And sliding headfirst into third is Seth Newkirk. Well, for one for bad luck, the Kingsmen might not have any at all.
Well, and you mentioned it a minute ago with the wild pitch and the wheels starting to fall off. That kind of sums it all up there. I mean, that's a routine flying ball to right. It drops, and that is the second error of the inning. Willow Shields has given up 8 runs, and only 2 of them are earned.
Yeah. Here's number 10 batter of the inning, Joshua McCormick. It all began with him and his ground out to the first baseman. Runner on third, our score 12 to 2. High and tight for a ball. Timeout on the field as a little meeting with Salisbury and Willow Shields. That meeting is over. Activity in the Kingsmen bullpen. 1-0 offering coming up. Man on third. 2 outs in the inning. 2-0. Called strike. Outfield straightaway, infield is back. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Here's the pitch. Lazy fly ball popped up, and that'll be taken in foul territory by Dyer at third, and that will do it. But 6 runs on 2 hits, 2 errors, a man left. We've played 3.5. Catawba Valley Stars enjoy a 12-2 lead over our Kingsmen on the Kingsmen Baseball Network.
6 runs on 2 hits, 2 errors.
This is Scott Davis with Northside Baptist Church, and I'd like to share why we're honored to support Kingsmen Baseball, especially in light of a culture that produces young men capable of unthinkable violence and incredible apathy. It's so encouraging to help an organization that teaches young men character through the great game of baseball. Add to that our shared convictions that the surest way to success and significance is through a living relationship with Jesus Christ, and you've got a winning combination on the baseball diamond, in the boardroom, or wherever God calls these young men.
Let's kick back for the moment. Toss all your worries in the air, 'cause you'll forget them when you're there. Let's go out back tonight.
Let go of the day. Go out back tonight. But the steak is thick and juicy. The shrimp is grilled and sweet. The chicken, tender. Your only worry is which to choose.
Let's go out back tonight.
Tonight, let go.
Life will still be there tomorrow.
Go out back.
Well, here we go to the home half of the fourth inning, bottom third of the order. McCormick, Tate, and Owens. That's not right. Let's start that over there.
I was going to say they put up 6 runs,
That's
but
right.
finally they're not.
Yeah, they're finally done. Let's go to the bottom of the fourth. How about Haverluck, Jackson, and Anders? That sound a little more
That
correct?
sounds a little bit more in the right direction.
Yeah. As Mendrick still on the scene. It's going the distance, and after all, why not?
Leading off for the Kingsmen in the bottom.
He's only at 55 pitches on his night. Struck out 1, walked 2, but has only given up 2 runs on 4 hits. Kingsmen are stranded 5 in this game. Double with an RBI for Mr. Haverluck, his first time up. He hits a high chopper to the third baseman, who runs halfway across the infield and tosses him out. Now Joe Hudak making his way down to third.
I think Haverluck wanted a foul ball that time.
I think he did too. Nonetheless, he's retired 5-3.
You mentioned the runners left on base. I think even more impressive is the other side of that stat category. Catawba Valley has scored 12 runs. They've only left 1 runner on base in the first 4 innings of the game. That is that's just such a weird ratio.
Well, here's Cannon, who flew out to left field, swing and a miss. Actually fouls it off. 0-1 the count. Davis Anders waiting on deck. Nobody on, 1 out. Bottom of the fourth. Kingsmen trail 12-2. It's high and away. 1-1. It's the bottom of the fourth. 12-2 our score. Swing and a miss for Cannon. That's now 1-2. Davis Anders on deck. Nobody on. 1 out. Bottom of the fourth. It's outside. 2-2. Low and away. Full count. Well, Cannon gets on. Do we pinch run?
I don't think they do in this situation. Not with the score line the way it is.
Here's the 3-2 payoff. Slow roller. Pitcher's up with it. He'll just go to the bag unassisted. 2 outs on the inning. So here's Davis Anders, who grounded out to short his first time up to end the second inning. Rendrick wants another baseball. Actually, he had 1 baseball too many. Nobody on, 2 outs. Anders looks at ball 1 outside. Ball 2, low and away. Fouled off, third base side, 2-1 the count. Brady Yarborough waiting on deck, the number 10 man. Popped him up. First baseman calling for it. And we'll make the put out for the third out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We've played 4. Kingsmen trail 12-2 to the Catawba Valley Stars on the Kingsmen Baseball Network.
No hits, no errors, no.
And we're back with breaking news. The new Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. With an improved taste and 0 calories, make sure... Jim.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me.
We're on the air.
I need to try it first.
With zero sugar and now even more delicious, is the new Coca-Cola Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Find out for yourself. Distributed by Rockwell Coca-Cola Bottling Company.
Welcome to Substation 2. Why did you slap me?
For being fresh.
I wasn't being fresh.
No, your sandwich is so fresh.
Well, we do slice everything fresh to order.
Now, what can I have for dessert?
Oh, now look who's being fresh. Ow, okay, I deserve that one. This is Charlie Ruffalo. Everything we do is fresh, fresh, fresh. Our bread is fresh out of the oven. Our meats and cheeses are cut fresh right in front of your eyes. We garden each sandwich just the way you tell us across the counter. That's why we're the best. Substation 2, Cherry Road, across from Winthrop.
Well, a new pitcher for the Kingsmen here as we head to the top of the 5th inning. Jaden Rodriguez into the game. Willow Shields, a valiant outing. Kept it interesting.
Leading off for the Stars.
So Jordan Tate, Gavin Owens at the top of the order, Bernard Creaky.
Jordan Tate.
Oak Shields goes 3 2/3, gives up 8 runs, 4 of which were earned on 5 hits, walks 2, strikes out 2. Will not be involved in a decision. That's low and away for a ball. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Called strike 2. Slapped out to left field, but that's hooking foul. And will hang just inside the foul pole for a home run. Boy, it was hooking, and then stopped. Solo home run to start things off here for Jordan Tate. And that'll bring up Gavin Owens, and it's now a 13-2 ball game.
The catcher, number 3, Gavin Owens.
So Gavin tonight is struck out, reached on an error to the third baseman, and then got forced out at second. Rodriguez steals, strike 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. A lazy fly ball to center, but tracking it, coming in is Josh Jackson for the first out of the inning, and that'll take us to the top of the order. And Bernard Creaky. Creaky has had a fielder's choice, been hit by a pitch, grounded out to the pitcher, and scored twice.
The the second baseman, number 6, Bernard Creaky.
Rodriguez looks in. The right-hander sets at the belt. Kicks and deals inside. Ball 1. Keelan Sloan on deck, the DH. Called strike. 1-1 the count. Comebacker to the pitcher Rodriguez. He'll walk it halfway to the bag. Toss underhand for the second out. And here is Keelan Sloan.
The designated hitter, number 20, Keelan Sloan.
Sloan tonight has reached on air to the pitcher. Single twice. Driven in a run. Scored twice. It's low for a ball. Nobody on. 2 outs. Top of the 5th. Our first of 2 tonight from York High School. Outside corner. Called strike. 1-1 the count. Ground ball foul, third base side. 1-2 the count. There's a base hit to left field. 2 out single.
Third baseman, number 1, Sam York.
So Sam York will step in. He's got a single tonight, grounded into an inning-ending double play and popped up to the shortstop, scored a run, drove in a run. Runner on first with 2 outs, top of the 5th. Runs that high and inside. 13-2 our score. 1-0 the count to York with Emery Guilford waiting on deck. Offering, fly ball, center field. This should do it. Tracking it is Jackson, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. So a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Kingsmen trail by a score of 13-2 on the Kingsmen Baseball Network.
At the end of the
Attention fans, Planet Fitness is proud to team up with Kingsmen Baseball where strength meets sportsmanship. Whether you're hitting home runs or hitting the gym, Planet Fitness has everything you need to stay game day ready. With tons of equipment and memberships starting at just $15 a month, it's the perfect place to stay strong, stay motivated, and stay in the game. Planet Fitness, because we're all strong on this planet. Proud sponsors of Kingsmen Baseball.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A. A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
To me, the A in Chick-fil-A is a smile. I want to give the guests a little encouragement, maybe just a little joke that makes them laugh when they come through the drive-thru.
Visit Chick-fil-A on Cherry Road in Rock Hill today. Proud supporter of Kingsmen Baseball.
Well, Catawba Valley goes to the bullpen here for their closer, Vito Coriglio.
Welcome to Substation 2. Why did you slap me?
We'll get back to slapping Charlie in a minute. We'll blame this on Charlie. So Brady Yarborough, Josh Jackson, and Jack Davis for the Kingsmen here in the home half of the fifth. As we mentioned, Vito Coriglio takes over on the mound for the Stars. They got all out of Pearson Mendewick that they could have hoped for.
Leading off for the Kingsmen in the bottom of the fifth, the shortstop, number 1, Brady Yarborough.
Well, the line tonight for Mendewick, Pearson goes 4 innings, gives up 2 runs, one of which was earned, walks 2, strikes out 1, gives up 4 hits. And Vito will take over for him. Coriglio. Here's Brady Yarborough, who is single tonight, scored a run, and takes strike 1. Pop foul, out of play, first base side, 0-2 the count. Tie it away, 1-2. Misses outside, 2-2. Offering, grounded foul, third base side. Count will hold. Nightcap of our doubleheader comes up about 30 minutes following the conclusion of this one. We will talk to Coach Joe Hudak as part of our nightcap pregame. Well, there's a little seeing eye single to right center field to start things off. To the top of the order we go. And Josh Jackson.
Back to the top of the order for the Kingsmen, the center fielder.
Josh tonight's reached on an error to the shortstop and hit by a pitch, so he's been a base runner twice. Yarborough will be held at first. Nobody out. Castiglio gives him a look over. Now sets at the belt from the stretch. Upstairs for a ball. Throw over to first. Jack Davis waiting on deck, the DH. It's upstairs, 2-0. Well, Kingsmen definitely with their back against the wall. Outside corner called strike. 2-1 the count. Vito looks in. Deals. That hits him. Runners at first and second to start off the home half of the fifth. All is not lost yet.
It's the second time Josh has been hit by a pitch today.
Yes, it is. Back in the first and now here in the fifth.
Yeah, well, and interestingly, in the first, not only was Josh Jackson hit, Bernard Creaky was hit to start the game.
Yeah.
Both leadoff hitters were hit in the first inning, and now Jackson gets nailed again.
Well, here's Jack Davis, who was hit into a fielder's choice and was called out on that interference call back in the first. Runners are not being held. In fact, the exterior infielders are on the grass. Swing and a miss for strike one. It's outside, 1-1. Nobody out. Runners to first and second for the Kingsmen. They trail 13-2. Popped him up. That's foul back toward us. On the roof. 1-2 the count. One-two offering. Swing and a miss. He got him. One out in the inning, and here comes Perry Dyer. Perry is singled, grounded into an inning-ending double play, driven in a run tonight.
The third baseman, number 5, Perry Dyer.
Well, we get to see what kind of man of action Perry's going to be here. Runners at first and second, one out. He uncorks that one down the left field line and out of play. Foul, long foul ball.
Tell you, for a foul ball that looks like it might end up, in the corner out of play. Jordan Tate in left field made a really, really nice effort for that. He was chasing it down the whole way, went into a slide to try to catch that ball, but it was just out of his reach.
Oh, and 1 the count. Runners at first and second. Misses outside, 1-1. He gave it a ride. Throw back to second base. One and 1 to count to Perry. Vince Sanostefano waiting on deck. One out, runners at first and second. That's outside. 2-1 to count. It's upstairs, 3-1. Well, that hit him. That'll roll him up. Been a tough night for batters. So one out, bases juice for Vince Sanostefano as we enter the heart of the order for the Kingsmen. Vince tonight has struck out looking,
Right fielder, number 23,
singled, 1 for 2.
Stefano.
And here comes a visit from the coach for the Stars. Everybody comes in for this one. Well, Vince looking down at third base coach Joe Hudak. Bases full of runners. Kingsmen with an opportunity here to do some damage and extend this game. But the 10-run mercy rule was in effect. And we're down by 11. Outside corner, called strike.
If I'm not mistaken, this is the third time the Kingsmen have had the bases loaded today.
Yes, sir. It's popped him up. Third baseman coming all the way across the diamond and makes the play. And by across the diamond, I mean he came all the way across. Yarborough stays put at third, Jackson at second, and Dyer at first.
Yeah, unlike outfielders, your infielders don't normally get much of a chance to test their range on a fly ball, but that time the third baseman and Sam York practically running a 100-meter dash to get to that ball.
Where's Cole Canty, who has walked, scored a run, hit into a fielder's choice tonight, and then was forced out at second. He'll step in with 2 outs, runners everywhere you look. Inside, ball 1. Ran it up and in on him. Bottom of the 5th, Kingsmen trail 13-2. Slap foul, he reached for that, 1-1 the count. Griglio trying to close it out here in the 5th. It's outside, 2-1. Vito looks in. There's the 2-1. Fly ball left field. That should do it. That'll drop in. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in. And a 2 RBI single for Cole Canty.
That was a surprisingly nonchalant effort from the left fielder in Jordan Tate. He never really gave that fly ball much of a chance running at it, and then collected it and threw it in. But there just was kind of a lack of effort out there in left field on that play.
Well, and as a result, this game gets extended now. Ground ball, shortstop is up with it, tossed to second, and they get the force. But the Kingsmen put a couple on the board. They do it with 2 hits. They leave 2. We go to the top of the 6th. Kingsmen trail by a score of 13-4 on the Kingsmen Baseball Network.
For being fresh.
I wasn't being fresh.
No, your sandwich is so fresh.
Well, we do slice everything fresh to order.
Now, what can I have for dessert?
No, now look who's being fresh. Oh, okay, I deserve that one. This is Charlie Ruffalo. Everything we do is fresh, fresh, fresh. Our bread is fresh out of the oven. Our meats and cheeses are cut fresh right in front of your eyes. We garden each sandwich just the way you tell us across the counter. That's why we're the best. Substation 2, Cherry Road, across from Winthrop.
This is Scott Davis with Northside Baptist Church, and I'd like to share why we're honored to support Kingsmen baseball, especially in light of a culture that produces young men capable of unthinkable violence and incredible apathy. It's so encouraging to help an organization that teaches young men character through the great game of baseball. Add to that our shared convictions that the surest way to success and significance is through a living relationship with Jesus Christ, and you've got a winning combination on the baseball diamond, in the boardroom, or wherever God calls these young men.
Well, to the top of the sixth inning we go. Kingsmen, Kingsmen, who trailed by a score of 13-4, faced the heart of the order here in the top of the sixth for the Catawba Valley Stars. Emery Guilford, Ty McGuirk, and Seth Newkirk, who between the three of them have accounted for 5 of the 13 runs on the board.
Top of the sixth, the right fielder, number 5, Emery Guilford.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Guilford's been hit by a pitch, scored a run, walked, scored a run, and flown out to left field. 0 for 1 officially. He'll slap that out to right field. That'll be a base hit. Extra bases. Goes to the wall. He'll motor into second base. Stand up double to start it off here in the top of the sixth.
Yeah, so the game got extended via 2 runs in the bottom of the fifth for the Kingsmen. I feel like just the 2 runs there is kind of the scenario where everyone loses, right?
Yeah.
Because if the Kingsmen were able to put up 5, 6 in that inning, then you could say that they're kind of starting to mount that rally.
Mm-hmm.
But now, not only does the game continue, which of course the Stars would love to have it in the win column, with it being a doubleheader, now the first game continues to play on. Both teams have to use more pitching. The game just goes longer. The fans have to stick around for longer. I don't know if there's a clear winner other than the Kingsmen for being able to play another inning.
It's fouled toward the first base dugout by McGuirk. He has walked twice tonight and grounded out, scored twice. Go ahead.
I was just going to ask if you would agree.
I would agree. Strike on the outside corner. 0-2 the count. Runner at second. That's Emery Guilford, who started the inning with that leadoff double. Rodriguez gives him a look. Now comes back to the plate. High chopper. Third baseman is up with it. Throw over to first. They've got him, and the runner will advance to third. So McGuirk retired 5-3 on the ground ball.
Newkirk.
Guilford moves to third. And here's Seth Newkirk, who was singled, driven in a pair of runs, scored a run, flown out, and reached on an error to the right fielder. Rodriguez sets at the belt. Swing and a miss, strike one. Now, infielders will come into the grass. It's outside for a ball.
It's a good observation. Of course, the Kingsmen still, of course, playing for the win, obviously. Sure. And given the 9-run score line, this runner on third would be the difference between the inning being guaranteed to continue into the 7th or being at that 10-run threshold again.
Outside corner, called strike, 1-2 the count. And that's exactly what the Kingsmen are thinking. Misses, low and away, 2-2. No, strike 3, excuse me. That was a late call, wasn't it?
Well, and there wasn't really much of a signal, at least not from up here, from what we could see.
So 2 outs in the inning.
Fielder number 18, Josh McCormick.
Josh McCormick will step in. He struck out tonight, double, driven in a run, scored a run, grounded out. He'll take strike 1. Ball, 1-1 the count. Runner at third with 2 out. Upstairs for a ball. 2-1 to count. Yep, that's a called strike. 2-2 the count. Pop foul, back out of play toward us. To our left. Rodriguez at 29 pitches now. Set to the belt. Here's the 2-2 offering. Ground ball. Shortstop past him and into center field, and there's that 14th run. RBI single to center. Brings in Guilford. And brings up Jordan Tate.
Left fielder, number 10, Jordan Tate.
Swing and a miss, strike 1. Slap foul, 0-2 the count. Runner at first, 2 outs. 14-4 our score. Catawba Valley Stars in front. Low for a ball, 1-2 the count. Swing and a miss. Down he goes, but a run on 2 hits, no errors and a man left. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Kingsmen trail by a score of 14-4 on the Kingsmen Baseball Network.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A. A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
To me, the A in Chick-fil-A is a smile. I want to give the guests a little encouragement, maybe just a little joke that makes them laugh when they come through the drive-thru.
Visit Chick-fil-A on Cherry Road in Rock Hill today. Proud supporter of Kingsmen Baseball. Attention fans, Planet Fitness is proud to team up with Kingsmen Baseball where strength meets sportsmanship. Whether you're hitting home runs or hitting the gym, Planet Fitness has everything you need to stay game day ready. With tons of equipment and memberships starting at just $15 a month, it's the perfect place to stay strong, stay motivated, and stay in the game. Planet Fitness, because we're all strong on this planet. Proud sponsors of Kingsmen Baseball.
Well, we go to the bottom of the sixth inning. Evan Haverlick, Cannon Jackson, and Davis Anders, the 7, 8, and 9 hitters for the Kingsmen, to face Vito Cariglio. Evan tonight is a double, grounded out, driven in a run. Kingsmen trail 14-4. Well, we may see a pinch hitter this inning. Coach Hudak going to his back pocket and then pointing to the dugout.
Leading off for the Kingsmen in the bottom of the sixth, the second baseman, number 4, Evan Haverluck.
So Evan steps in. He's double grounded out tonight, driven in a run. Bottom of the sixth, game 1 of 2, the final Carolina appearance for the Kingsmen in 2025. Popped up. That's foul territory. First baseman will make a play and does for the first out. One up, one out. And here's Cannon Jackson. But we'll have a pinch hitter.
That's Hunter Carroll.
All right. Hunter Carroll will bat for Cannon Jackson. Left-hand hitter.
Pinch hitting for the Kingsmen, number 12, Hunter Carroll.
So Hunter will step in here. Cariglio looks in. Sets at the belt. Deals outside, ball 1.
This was Carroll's first at-bat of the summer for the Kingsmen. At least to my knowledge, he does not have any at-bats collegiately either.
He slaps that one foul, third base side, 1-1 the count. Got a good swing. Davis Anders scheduled next. Cariglio sets at the belt, 1-1 offering. High and away, ball 2.
I very quickly pulled up his high school stats. He hit 326 in 89 at-bats, including 6 extra base hits in high school.
Okay. So he's no stranger. 3-1 to count. He's got a good eye. Three-1 offering on the way. Ground ball. Second baseman is over. He can't get to it. A seeing eye single in the right. So a 1-out base runner. Here's Davis Anders. Davis tonight is grounded out, popped up to the first baseman.
27, Davis Anders.
Ground ball, first baseman, and he bobbles it, and he'll just have to step on the bag. That's all he'll get. So averting catastrophe there. He wanted to go to second for that double play. Couldn't find the handle.
Shortstop, number 1, Brady
So
Yarborough.
was content just to step on the bag, and here's Brady Yarborough. Brady tonight with a pair of singles and a pair of runs scored. So he's having a good night, 2 for 2. But the Kingsmen down to their last out. Called strike.
Going back to the Carroll base hit, it's interesting. There's been 2 Kingsman pitchers that have gotten a hit so far this season that don't normally get to. Both of them ground ball, second base side, both reached.
Outside corner, called strike. 0-2 the count, 2 outs. Runner at second. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to the shortstop. He's up with it. Throw to first is in time. And that should be it for game 1, or we'll be back with the top of the 7th, one of the 2. I think that is it. Okay, is that it? That's it. All right. Well, then we'll come back with a quick post-game wrap and then get you ready for game number 2 with Griffin. And we'll come back with the numbers after this on the Kingsmen Baseball Network.
14-4. We'll be back shortly for game 2.
At Olive Garden, our cheese will make you melt and leave you bubbling with joy. It's what makes our amazing Alfredos, well, amazing. It's the gift in every ravioli and the layer of lasagna you can't live without. Best part is, the cheese keeps coming till you say when. Just like our never-ending first course, that's always on us. Olive Garden, we're all family here.
There's always time in the morning, always time at night. Always time for simple pleasure, sunshine and moonlight. Always time for refreshment when you're on the run. And when it's time for fun, there's always Coca-Cola. Yeah. Coca-Cola. Always Coca-Cola.
Distributed by Rock Hill Coca-Cola.
Well, the Kingsmen fall in game 1 of 2 here this afternoon from your comprehensive high school by a score of 14-4. And here's how it plays out. As soon as this computer will cooperate, we'll pull up our box score and tell you all about what happened here. All right, here we go. 14 runs on 9 hits and an error for the Catawba Valley Stars. 4 runs, 7 hits, 4 errors for the Kingsmen. Pearson Mendelik, he gets the win. He worked 4 innings, giving up 2 runs, one of which was earned on 4 hits. Walked 2, struck out 1. Giovito Cariglio came in for 2 innings, giving up 2 runs that were earned on 3 hits and striking out 1. The loss goes to David Zajkowski, who won a third of an inning, giving up 4 runs, 2 of which were earned, walked 2. Willow Shields came in with some strong performance, 3 2/3 innings, giving up 8 runs on 4 earned, 5 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. And then Jaden Rodriguez coming in for 2 innings, closing it out, giving up 2 runs that were earned on 4 hits. He strikes out 2. This game took 2 hours and 10 minutes to play. We'll come back in about 30 minutes with our pregame and interview with Coach Joe Hudak. And, of course, Griffin Leonard returns with the call of Game 2 on the Kingston Baseball Network.
This has been Kingsman Baseball.
Fly ball center fielder on the run. He can't get to it. That's going to roll to the wall. It'll be extra bases.
Kingsman Baseball has been brought to you by Substation 2, Cherry Road, Rock Hill, across from Winthrop University. Slice, slice, slice. Garden, garden, garden. Planet Fitness, home of the Judgment Free Zone. Olive Garden,